What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is January the 25th, 2022. Whew, it's early. It's about 8:30 in the morning Eastern. And today I'm going to talk about Futurestrade. I'm going to talk about some of the updates in the Facebook group. I'm going to talk about some of these things that are being said, especially about my guy, the RG Trader. Before I get started and all that, I want to make sure I get this out the way. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube that's showing y'all how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms. Yeah, I know. I talk about a lot. That's all good. Just works for your boy BOJ. If you like this content, though, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be notified about everything going on here in BOJ, make sure you click the notification bell as well. So, last night, of course, I've been doing my snooping and updating everyone of what's going on in the Facebook group. For those of you that aren't on Facebook, that seems to be where they are putting all the Futurestrade updates about refunds and different news, and that's where Dylan Carnell himself is speaking, and all that different stuff. So I try to bring that to you guys. And we have some stuff to talk about. So I want to just go ahead and jump on to sharing my screen and talk about what's going on in the Facebook group. Now, the latest announcement from Mr. John Botting, I'm guessing who now has been, well, he's always been one of the admin here on this Futurestrade group, which is about 2.7K people strong. Here's the latest update. It says, announcement, 2501, which is January 25th, 9:40 UK time. We are having issues with some of the email addresses of people with under $200 accounts who have emailed us for withdrawals. They are bouncing back from the server, and we have no way of contacting these people. So can everyone who has under $200 in their accounts or under $200 accounts who wants a withdrawal, please go to your back office and put in your wallet address of your preferred coin and update it so we can then go in and process the withdrawal. So pretty much what I'm hearing from that is they're going to be processing withdrawals from the website. It also goes on to say, we will be unable to process your withdrawal without you doing this. So for those of you with under $200 accounts in Futurestrade, they're asking you to go into your back office and put your wallet address of your preferred coin into the system and update it so that they can process your withdrawal. They also stated that they will not be able to do it unless you do this. All right, I'm just reading what they're saying. It says you need to input this into the wallet section. It then goes on to say, secondly, as a precaution, can everyone else go in at some stage and ensure that you have at least one wallet address in your back office if you intend to ask for a withdrawal? Now, of course, I don't have a $200 account. I have a little more than that. But this would be a positive announcement from Futurestrade administration that they are trying to work these things out. Of course, people are asking questions, different stuff like that. So like I asked the other day, yesterday actually, if anyone is going through this process, I'm trying to update folks that are eligible for withdrawals on what to do. Please let me know if you get them. Follow the steps that they're giving on the Facebook page. I'd love to know who actually gets a refund. All right. Let's see if there's any other news here. Let's get back to the homepage before I talk about something I believe is very important to talk about. I'm trying to find more posts. It seems to me, here we go. All right, let's see here. We've got some people saying, has anyone else had an issue with email saying your account data has been changed, et cetera, et cetera? This is just IP address saying that. So there are people are asking questions, trying to get help. Please be careful when you are logging into your account. The website Futurestrade Ltd has not been set up by Dylan. So watch out for a website called Futurestrade Ltd.io. All right. And if you try to sign in here, then you are at risk. All right. So just a note, I'm just reading as I go. This is the actual website. The website that you have been signing in on is the actual website. Then we have 47 minutes ago, Dylan Carnell, who is the CEO of this opportunity, says, support us now. We will make a strong comeback. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it seems that Dylan is continuing to keep his Facebook alive and open and responding to people and saying, you know, how much this means to him that people are supporting and giving him love. Here's another leader in the group. Said to everyone I have helped get their started by funding their accounts, please do not request a refund from Futurestrade. Now, I want to say something about this. When you're in these online spaces, and I understand that these are real people on Facebook and different stuff like that, who really went to their networks of people and shared this with people. Now, for me, this started off as like a mid-level hype. And yes, I'm calling it a hype now because it showed hype characteristics as we continue to go through. Even though we had a CEO, even though apparently he's trading or was trading, here's what I mean to say about this. It is not your responsibility as a person that shares these opportunities while sharing the risk, saying, look, do not put anything in here that you are not willing to lose completely, which I say all the time. It is not your responsibility to issue refunds to your downline. Everyone that gets involved with these spaces should understand that you are at risk from the jump, from day one. Doesn't matter who's the leader, doesn't matter what is going on in the platform. Whatever you put in there is at risk. Now, whatever you put in there, you have the best hopes for. You've thought about it. You've thought about your risk management, hopefully. You thought about what your goals are for the platform, because I understand that feeling. I have goals too. So I get all that. But honestly, it is not your job as a leader in these companies and these platforms and even these hypes to be reimbursing people because they put money in that they were willing to lose. I, for one, will not be doing that. That is not going to happen. So I don't really, how people feel about that. That's, but I want to be clear. Because when I put money in here, whether I do the work that it takes to share this with people, doing videos all the time, all that different stuff, I make sure I lay out the risk for people all the time. It is not my responsibility to issue refunds. It is not your responsibility to issue refunds. If anyone is going to issue refunds, it should come from Futurestrade.io. That's it. So shout out to Steve. He was like the top leader in this joint. Made many bonuses, as some of us leaders did. We all made bonuses from doing the work, expressing the risk. People that got in, we're glad they got in. Of course, we get rewarded for that. The company set that up. But if this was working for us, why not share it with others? It was working. Now there's a little hiccup. And it's more than a little hiccup, because some people had $100,000 in here expecting daily incomes and are now not getting that. So here's what I and I'm gonna get to this could be a long video, so bear with me. If this isn't for you, this isn't for you. But I've got a lot to talk about with Futurestrade, because as much good as it's done, we have to be honest and real. And if I gotta be another person that's being real about his experiences here, I'll start by saying this. Back in November of 2021, when I got involved, it was a promising little platform. We continued to talk about it and share things, and the transparency between Dylan and his investors. He was having Zoom calls with people. Then the thing just blew up. We had a couple plans be introduced that not only some of you got on, but I definitely took a part of for the time that they were running. Might I add that only the plans that I started with in the beginning actually finished out. Anything that I started in those new plans that he issued never came to total fruition. They never finished out completely. It was only the plans that I started in November and early December, middle December, that finished out. So the platform was doing its job. But let's be real. The more plans it introduced, the more people got involved, the more these leaders stuck their necks out and put their own money and funded people's accounts with it. So now I got to get to this. Now, Ryan Lomax Glover on Facebook, RG Trader on YouTube. Shameless plug. I am not afraid to say this is one of my compadres. He's actually in my downline. I and Crypto Muscle, he also follows, I believe. We found this platform like we find any other hype. Came across our desk, as we say, and we jumped in because it seemed like a good opportunity. Understanding the risk, understanding that this could be here today and gone tomorrow, like I talk about all the time. And I shared this with him. And I said, hey, man, this has been working pretty well. I know you've probably seen some of my videos about it. Look into it. See if it's something that you might be interested in. Now, RG Trader and the offices for Futurestrade, at least what they posted were the offices, were not that far from each other. So, in RG Trader's defense, he's close. I'm not. I'm in America. I'm in the United States. So I find these platforms, they come from UK. All that stuff happens all the time. No surprise to me. But I saw yesterday a video. And I want to see if I can't find it real quick on YouTube, so that people can kind of, go watch it. Go watch it. I believe that this was an honest, no, it's not this one. Where is it? It's in my, I believe that his opinion was an honest opinion of what he went through in this platform. It's right here. Now, when I first started watching this video, and I'm not gonna play it for you guys right now because I don't know if the audio will be audible. I haven't figured out that part yet. I will figure that part out pretty soon where I'll be able to play the video and you guys can hear it while I'm talking about it. But I 100% feel where he's coming from in this video. Now, he did start the video off. I thought it was kind of, at first I really thought, I was like, yo, is my man crying? Like, I got a little worried. I was like, man, I hope he's not like, I hope this really isn't, because we know, like, me and him know these things, they can last for forever or they can last for never. So we already understand we can't have these emotional bats with platforms. We get it. We've had conversations. But it turned out that he was mocking Dylan. He was kind of playing a little fun. And when I realized that he was doing that, I kind of chuckled. Because, and to preface that, when Dylan announced to us that he was going to have to close the platform, he was crying just like that. And I don't know that his tears were real or fake. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of speculation out in the space about who he is and if that's his real name and this and that and the third. I'm not a speculation type of guy. I understand the hype space. There's a whole bunch of people that, you know, say they are this person and say they're that person and put on platforms, and they're not really that person, but the platform ends up being successful in the long run or the short term or whatever you want to call it. It ends up making some money. So we've had real CEOs and fake CEOs make money here at BOJ. So we don't really, you know, that kind of stuff at this point, it's like, all right, whatever, CEO, blah, blah, blah. Is it paying? This was an additive to have a person of face. I think it helped build some trust. But at the end of the day, the platform is supposed to pay. And when you have people and you know, you have real people who are putting their real crypto into these real platforms, and you know, I'll get up because, you know, I don't want my man RG Trader looking like this. He looks like he got a sad face on. I don't want him looking like that. I'm gonna go back to the Facebook page, but y'all can check that video out. It's on his YouTube page where he shares his personal experience with RG with this Futurestrade platform. And for one, I agree with some of the stuff he said, damn near all of it. Because I understand that platforms, they give roadmaps all the time, and most of the time it's crap. Most of the time they give these roadmaps about a NFT and this and that. Let's be real. Let's be 100. These hypes do this all the time, and the next thing you know, they're closed in a week. They do it all the time. The fact that this platform lasted almost 2 months was already a blessing. The part about it that's different is you got real people that really took to this thing, and they really were like, this is it for me. I don't have to do nothing else. This platform will last forever. We've got Dylan, who's the best CEO in the world, and he's going to deliver us from poverty through his futures trading. We can't think about online platforms like that, people. This is why I say we have to diversify. But this is the thing. I've been feeling this way for a couple days now. Now, Dylan has always kept it very calm, cool, and collected because he's given that he really gave us that pro trader like attributes. Like, he was showing those, like, you gotta be calm, you can't be making emotional decisions, especially as a trader. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about long game, you gotta think about what things are doing in the market and stuff like that. And I get that we're in a red market right now for Bitcoin. I get all that. Trust me, I've been watching, I pay attention to what the price of crypto has been doing. Bitcoin in particular. I think it was down as much as 18%, and that is a lot. I also understand that platforms suffer during these moments. But the thing about it is, Dylan got on his live a couple days ago and said that he received a note from authorities. He didn't say anything. Well, he said a little bit about the fall of Bitcoin. I won't say that he didn't say anything about it. But he said he received letter from authorities that said he needed to stop doing what he's doing. He got on with us, and he said he was going to have to end Futurestrade. And when he did that, it hurt a lot of people. Some people didn't even get to see it till the next day. Now, this kind of stuff happens here at BOJ all the time. Platforms fall all the time. The difference is this one had a whole bunch of real people in it that don't even know about hypes. They don't know. They just saw a platform that was making other people money, and they said, I'm jumping in that. What do I got to do? Oh, you got a $10,000 plan. Oh, you got a $20,000. Oh, no, you got a $30,000 plan. And here's the problem I have. I don't like the fact that the platform, the day Dylan decided to make his announcement, that very day, it seemed like a lot of emotional stuff was happening. All the plans got unveiled. Every plan that ever existed with Futurestrade was now available on the last day that the platform decided it was going to pay at first. Who knows what they're going to decide to do now? I'm kind of ranting, so let me get back on track. I read this note about 3 hours ago. It says, I have suspended Ryan Lomax Glover from the group for 24 hours for negative posts. I am being asked to block him from the group following his video on YouTube, which Dylan posted in here. Which Dylan did actually post in here. Matter of fact, is it still in here? Yeah. Now, look at this. We're talking about a person that is not supposed to be that. Listen. We got this saying in America, for those that don't know, keeping it G, keeping it gangster, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to blow up all the time when you know what you got, when you know what's the truth, and somebody come to you doing all this talking or whatever that they said my boy was doing. You can keep it G. You can holler at him and say, hey, look, man, I understand that you're a little disgruntled about what's going on. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we can reach a resolution. Instead, and I don't know that he's reached, he said in the video that he reached out to Dylan recently, hasn't gotten the same kind of responses that he used to get. I feel the same way. When I was trying to work out withdrawals and trying to figure something out, I felt like Dylan caught a little attitude with me because I kept texting him. I kept hollering. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Can I have some understanding? That's all I'm seeking. I ain't trying to be a pest. You got to kill them with kindness. Admin in the hype space, you got to kill them with kindness, because they'll be very quick to block you and do stuff like that. Say, nope, you can't say nothing more in this group. Heck, they might block me after this. I don't know. But I have an obligation to speak my truth, especially on my channel. And I feel that Ryan, the RG trader, my guy, had every right to say everything that he said, because this is bonuses be damned. And this is what it says. Look at this guy. Just 2 weeks ago, he was making big bonuses from his team, and now suddenly we're bad. You want to know why we make big bonuses? Because we work big hard. We do videos trying to share with people, or share our journeys. This is work too, just like you trade. Some of us do YouTube videos. Some of us have other positions, things that we work hard at. This is one of those things that, I didn't personally go and share this with my team of people in my life, because at first, I just saw this as just another online opportunity. And the way I feel about sharing it with the people in my life, my personal life, is if you see it on my YouTube channel and you like it and you know damn well I got a YouTube channel, then you can join on your own recognizance. That's your choice, because anybody else that wants to get in hypes late and don't understand and this, that, and the third, are you still getting paid? You still getting paid? That's what people do. They wait around, wait for you to get paid, and then by the time that they want to join and build the courage to do something for their life, it's over. You missed out. That's a general statement. So back to what this says. It says, just 2 weeks ago, he was making big bonuses from his team, and now suddenly we are bad. We get bonuses because we did the work. We had the network of people that had the ability to participate in what you put out there as something that was possible. So don't get mad when you didn't do what you said. You didn't do what you promoted. And then you go on to say this. He said he used to thank me every day and how good we are and amazing how I am as a trader. And now just after one day, he goes on to make a video like this. Well, let me remind you, Dylan, that after one day, not even a whole day of promoting every plan that you had available, you got emotional too. You apparently got a letter that none of us have seen yet. That's okay. We're trusting your judgment. Ain't none of us seen it yet, though. You got thousands of people that are looking to you as a person that's, a CEO. And you get on and tell everyone that the platform is done. You did that after one day. So if you make an emotional decision like that, what do you think the people that follow you are going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to make emotional decisions too. Some emotions come in anger. Some emotions come in like, but wait, don't do that. We'll do whatever we need to do to help you keep this platform, Dylan. You've seen both sides of that. I'm sure you have. There's so many people on this page that just want you to bring this back. Regardless of the market, this whole time we've been talking about winning in the losing and winning markets, bull and bear. Anyway, and then it says, come on. If you thought this was risky, why join us and enjoy these big bonuses? We all know the risk in this space. It's an online platform dealing with cryptocurrency. It's risky already. We knew the risk. We joined because we want to see we can deal with the risk, matter of fact. And then it says, now take some effing responsibility and refund your team from the bonuses, or just wait for us to refund and don't make a video like that. Man, oh man. Coming from one person that did a video that put everybody in the platform's heart in a butthole, and you call out a leader, a person that helped this platform grow to the place that it is, and you put him on Front Street like this. Now, my man, if I know him like I know him, he's straight. He ain't worried about you. This don't put no smut on his name. He knows the work that he puts in. He's not the new guy. RG Trader ain't the new guy, Dylan. You're the new guy. People been following RG Trader for a long time. People been following me for a long time. Dylan, you just got here. You just got here, bro. So listen, I hope that Futurestrade makes a comeback, because I got a lot of money in Futurestrade and I ain't getting no refund. I ain't under the $200 people that they trying to work out right now. I'm not under the people that had a larger active deposit than withdrawal. I am one of those people. that got some decent bonuses from people deciding that they were going to take a leap of faith and put in crypto that they were willing to lose, some bigger than others. And like I said earlier, it is not our job here in the space as we share these opportunities with people, expressing the risk as we all have done, especially me and RG Trader. We've done it. I've seen his videos. I know he does it. So you can ban RG Trader from Futurestrade. That's fine. You can ban me from Futurestrade if you want. That's fine. I believe that the people got the information that they need to get the refunds that you guys said you're going to be giving. And as long as I'm in this group, as long as nobody puts me out or bans me for 24 hours, I'm going to be trying to help people that need this information. But I'm also not going to act like this has been God's gift to earth and that Dylan Carnell and Futurestrade has done everything that they said they were going to do. Because if they did, we wouldn't even be having these conversations. They'd be back paying today or yesterday when they said they don't pay it on the weekends anymore. They don't let you withdraw on the weekends. They just said all these things. All of these things. And I will mention that somebody said in a comment, they were like, well, RG Trader, he was just talking about how he felt like the measures that the company was going through were helping the company stay sustainable through this market. I agreed. I was one of those people that said it too. But that was until the very next day that we're supposed to be getting paid. The day before that, Dylan comes on and says, we're going to have to end the project. And it wasn't till everyone started crying and talking about this and that and what the legal situation, does mail even come on Sundays, all this different stuff, that we started seeing more of, more positivity in the group. Come on, man. We ain't dumb out here, bro. I'm not stupid. And I've seen plenty of these. If Futurestrade comes back, platform open, funds there, all of that great stuff, I'm able to withdraw, all of these things. If it comes back, of course, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. If it don't come back, that's something we've already been talking about. So I ain't too worried about that. But the one thing I've definitely wanted to accomplish in this video, of course, is to update everyone about what's going on with withdrawals, but also talk about this situation because RG Trader's my guy. Y'all should follow his channel, by the way. He's got a lot of passive income things going on at his channel as well. Some of the things you see over there, you'll see over here. So if anything, it's just another third-party credible source. And he's a great dude. And that's why I'm taking this time to do this video right now, because I need people to understand something. Especially in this space. You got a lot of people talk a lot of crap. But it ain't too boss-like of Dylan to do what he just did on his Facebook page and try to put smut on another person's name that helped him build exactly the same thing that he's trying to defend. The same thing that Dylan is trying to keep. We were out here helping you build. And I'd like to see some numbers. It's funny. I just had a notification come up on my computer, and it says, and I set this as a calendar. Today's the 25th. The 26th, tomorrow, was supposed to be my Futurestrade 40K day. I put it in my calendar. I was excited about that. Y'all think it's still going to happen? Before you try to put smut on anybody that's been out here putting their face out here in this space, Dylan, please understand that one, we're not dumb. Two, we put a lot of effort into helping you build this thing. All right? So did all the other leaders. Even the ones that are willing to do the most, because they know that they brought their personal people in to see this thing, and you let them down. So if anybody needs to take accountability for anything, it ought to be Dylan Carnell. It ought to be Dylan Carnell. I know he's a busy man. He's trading or not trading or whatever he's doing. I already said in a lot of videos, I got respect for Dylan for putting his face out there as the CEO of this platform, because that is what allowed it to grow even more. This was just a regular old hype if Dylan's face wasn't on it. If we couldn't see some trades, this was a regular old hype. The only thing that made this any different was Dylan's face, his voice, his YouTube, him talking, different stuff like that. That's the only thing that, if I see a 4% plan going for $10,000 in BitNeo, I'm not doing that. That don't match up with what I get a part of in hypes. The only reason that I did it differently in this one, because there was a face. It paid out for a month just right, just well. Interface worked pretty well. We didn't get batch IDs instantly, but I was cool with that because the money always came. Bonuses came, all that good stuff that Dylan was talking about. How we took advantage of bonus, how RG took advantage of bonuses and now he's tripping. It's because not only did he take advantage of bonuses, but those people that we got bonuses from, they were expecting something. Just like when we invested, we were expecting something. It's not about the bonuses. The bonuses were earned. You didn't just give them to us. We earned them. You put the line, told us where to go to reach the goal. We said, let's do it, and we did it. And you ought to have a little bit more respect for people that are able to do that. Because without people that are able to do that, you don't have a platform. You don't have the support that you have in your Futurestrade Facebook group right now, people that are trying to help you keep this thing. And if you bring it back, I'll be one of the first people to say, I documented it the whole way. There was trouble in the water. Some people got called out. It got emotional. It got a little reckless. But in the end, it panned out. Of course, I'll be one of those first people to say that because that's a part of my journey too. You know I'd love to be pulling out 5K a day. Turn it back on so I can pull out my 5K a day. But until that starts happening, we have every right to talk about our experiences. And to be honest with you posting that in the Futurestrade group, I guarantee you, they may not be saying it, but there's a lot of people that feel just like my man RG Trader. There's a lot of people that feel just like me this morning. So block, do whatever you want to do. But just know that karma's something else. It gets us all. None of us are exempt from that. And I hope that when you that due to you seeing all the support that you had before you made an emotional decision, like we all do because we're all human, you just got emotional because my man put you on Front Street. But when you shut down this whole platform, you put everybody involved on Front Street. And if you can't deal with the emotions of that, then maybe you shouldn't be a CEO. Bosses can handle that. They'll go to their private room or their corners, they go pray about it, they go get right, and they come back and they address people like a leader. Things get emotional. People lost funds. And people don't feel like you're giving the adequate proof that they're supposed to have to trust you. Yeah, people are going to join the Telegram. They're going to join it. If they got that email, they're going to join it. If they got the link, they're going to join it because they want to know what's coming next. That's the world we live in. Even in the terrible times, we always want to know what's going to happen next on the next episode of Futurestrade and Dylan Carnell. Everybody loves drama. But I'm going to say this right now. I got RG Traders back. Here at BOJ, I got his back. I understand exactly where he's coming from. He might have hurt your feelings in mocking you a little bit if those were real tears. But there's a lot of people that thought those were crocodile tears, not just him. So if you want to out him and make him feel like he's the only one out here that feels like that, I don't think you're right about that. I think there's a lot of people that feel like that. So, hey, I try to keep it cool here at BOJ, but this one, man, we talking about CEOs attacking the people that helped them build their company. How does that work? You're supposed to pull people aside and say, hey, bro, look, I know you upset. How can we rectify? You did this for me. Numbers don't lie. You know, here are the numbers. Here's what you did. Here's how your growth helped my company. Let's see if we can rectify this so we don't put bad name out there because I'm trying to save this thing, brother. I'm trying to save Futurestrade. So whatever we can do to save it, that's what I want to do. But you show your true colors when you do stuff like that. You take the video that he did out of his emotional state of feeling like he let his people down. You gonna take that video and out him like he's some kind of bad guy that didn't do what he said he was gonna do. No, it wasn't him that didn't do what he said he wasn't gonna do. He did everything that he said he was gonna do. The only person that didn't do what they said they were gonna do was you. And if anybody needs to be a man and take accountability and pay out people, you talking about refunding people with the big bonuses that he earned? You gotta be kidding me, bro. You need to be refunding people. You the one got on Facebook Live and talked about this platform is going away. That's what you did. Nobody told you to do that. And now you want to save face because you see all the support that you had. This reminds me so much of Watermind because nobody knew about these kind of hypes. Nobody knew about these things. And although they can be profitable, which Futurestrade was, they are what they are. They are what they are. Some people are always going to get burnt by these because they don't understand them. It's part of why I created my channel, so we can raise awareness about these things. They can help you win, but they're like the casino. You can lose too. Some of us lost in Futurestrade, and I hope they start processing refunds for those people that lost. I really do. Pray for Dylan. Pray for RG Trader. Pray for me. But really pray for Dylan and the leaders that he has in Futurestrade. Because, and it's funny, somebody said, when are you going to start a legit hype, Gerald? First of all, what is a legit hype? What is that? Second of all, never. Never, ever. Because the day I say, this is it, I can't do it no more, then there's 4,000 billion people mad at me. Now, I'd rather participate. I'd rather be a player in the game. I'll go own some other stuff. There's plenty of other stuff that I can own. I don't need to own a hype platform or a trading platform or none of that. I'm not going to be the one that's saying, I'm a master trader. I'm not. I don't even like looking at the charts. Anyway, I had to talk about this. It was kind of a free talk, but this is about Futurestrade. And, of course, my gut and all of my past is telling me that Futurestrade is never going to come back. If they prove us wrong, they prove us wrong. And we'll get back to cranking that crypto because I damn sure did the work to be able to crank that crypto out of Futurestrade. But if it's gone, we've already accepted that fate that these platforms can be here today and gone tomorrow. Second thing is, don't come for my man RG Trader. My dude, he's a stand-up dude. And he's out here standing on what he believes in. And I don't like people that try to muzzle people that are just standing up and talking about what they believe in. Y'all see me. Y'all see the color of my skin. Y'all know where I'm from. I'm not with the trying to shut people up stuff. Let him speak his truth. If you want to get on here and speak your truth, that'd be great. Speak your truth. Tell people the truth. If what you're saying is true, you should have no problem doing that. It's the people that lie, that feel like they got to throw smut on everybody else's name before they take accountability themselves. And a real boss knows how to take accountability. Now, somebody put in my comments earlier, and I'll say this for those of you that are still watching. I don't know how many of you there are. I done upgraded to the Pro Zoom, so now I can have as long videos as I want. But anyway, somebody said to me that I need to take accountability for promoting these platforms. I do. And here's how I do it. I remind everyone, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube. And I'm showing y'all my journey in cranking out this crypto from many different platforms. Nothing more, nothing less. I also say this all the time. Never, ever, ever invest anything in any of these platforms that you are not willing to lose completely. Gone. Bye-bye. I also say this. I am not support for any of these platforms. So if something happens, you got to talk to support. That's what they're there for. Not me. You know who I talk to when I have a problem? I talk to support. So I advise every one of you to do the same. And if Futurestrade decides it's going to come back and start paying again, I'll be happy to collect what I'm owed. I'll be happy to withdraw what I'm supposed to have been withdrawing already. And I'm sure a lot of people will feel just the same as I do. So for any of you that don't know who I am, this is BOJ. And that's how I feel. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is the wild, wild west. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. Ask me how I know, boy. It is not fun. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about everything going on here at BOJ, even my little rants like this about platforms that, man, just baffle me, hit that notification bell as well. RG Trader, keep your head up, brother, because there's more cranking to do. You would not know the beauty of diversification has kept us from tripping like a lot of these folks on Facebook is tripping, because this is the only thing they've been doing. People quit their jobs, talked about retiring their wives. Dylan, these are the people that you have to deal with. Everybody over here know the risk. And we still helped you build your company. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.